Are you ready to see this movie?
Yeah, I'm ready to see The Purge Ghost Dimension.
Ghost Dimension.
Paranormal
Activity, yeah, okay. How do they connect?
Well, how do you think the Ghost Dimension was?
Really bad. I mean, first Purge came out, I thought it had an interesting concept, but...
The concept of the Purge will always be fucking stupid.
It is, but still interesting, but...
And, like, I think anyone who thinks the Purge is, like, a good idea should be shot because they have no merit to society.
No, it's just going to cause more violence.
Well,
But
I mean,
anyway.
not only is it, like... The movie is so fucking stupid. It's like, the economy's so much better for it, but that would cost billions of dollars in damage and arson and shit like that.
It's a stupid idea, but I mean...
I've always thought, like... Even though it's a stupid idea, okay, the concept, you know, it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The movies have executed it like shit.
Well, the second one was so much better than the first one.
Okay, it's like saying this pile of shit has a rose petal on it, so it's like prettier than the first heaping pile of shit.
So you really hate the Purge movies?
I cannot stand them.
I actually had a little bit of fun with the second one. I know it's a bad movie, but...
It's like a guilty pleasure for you?
Yeah.
For me, it was like really stupid. Because, I mean, if all crime is legal, like, why would I only want to be, you know, murder?
Yeah, like,
why would I be...
Think about all the, like, the hackers that would steal so much money and, you know, just...
from the safety of their home. And I know, like, the people are, like, paid by the government to do shit, to, like, kidnap them and whatever. I mean... The whole thing with the government is what ruined it for me, like, because even fucking Jurassic World, like, it was so unnecessary to have, like, the government march in and be like, ooh, you work for me, because we're evil. It's so fucking stupid! I won't lie, though, this one actually looks decent from the trailers.
I have not seen the trailers, to be honest. All I know is that, the guy from the second movie is coming back, Frank Grillo, which people actually liked him because they thought he was like a Punisher type, and I hope he plays that same role in this movie.
I just feel like the whole mommy's choice thing was kind of cool to see, but I already know how it happens because, like, the point of the game is that this family's, you know, they're all gonna die except for one person, and the mom gets to choose who lives. So the person who lives becomes the senator who's the main character of the movie. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not going to be important. And then her motivations are, I was the only one in my family to survive. The Purge has to come to an end. But if the Purge in this world somehow is being economically stable, then what the fuck's the problem? I guess you could say it's morality, but everyone in these movies are too fucking retarded to know what morals are.
Pretty much. Everyone's just like a violent psychopath, too.
Yeah, that happens to obey, like, right at 7 o'clock. Oh, I can't kill.
Like, if you've seen the second movie, where, like, spoiler for the second one, but he gets, like, shot, and they don't kill him because the buzzer happens, and then they just walk away. Because...
Yeah, like, who the fuck would know?
Yeah. Or, like, what if you two, like, try to kill each other on Purge night, and then you see each other on a different day? That's gonna be pretty awkward.
Yeah, I think of, like, if you're cooking, like, ramen noodles, and you're too retarded to cook ramen noodles, and it just engulfs in flames, like, everyone is retarded in these movies. Like, it's gonna happen. Like, you know, they're so fucking stupid in these movies that they can't cook ramen noodles, so it's gonna engulf in flames. Their entire apartment is on fire, and there's no fire department. And that little fire can spread to the whole, like, city and cause so much money and damages.
Well, they do have certain rules, though, I think. Like,
you can't use explosive. I'm talking about, like, just, like, normal activities, because it, like, it all, like, the police and the fire department, they're all abandoned. So if something happens, you're fucked. It's so retarded. Like, the movie simultaneously wants you to, like, think, you know, deeply about this, but, like, deeper you think about it, the more fucking retarded it is.
Yeah.
So,
I think I'm gonna enjoy this movie more than you will. Like, this will probably be the first time I ever give a movie a higher rating than you.
Maybe. I feel like I've already reviewed this movie.
We're already reviewing it. We haven't even seen it yet.
I don't wanna.
Don't worry, you get to see the BFG after this.
Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor.
So, just think about that when you see this movie.
Tarek, let's just get this fucking over with. I don't want to see it. I don't want to do it.
I kind of want to see it. So
I don't want to see it.
I'm ready.
I don't want to.
You're gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to see it, Tarek. I don't fucking wanna. I hate the Purge movies. Fucking home invasion and then a retarded riot, kind of. And now the fucking election year because they purge because they're American and it's unpatriotic to not purge like a total normal person would. I don't want to see it, Tarek. I'm gonna see a bad movie? Well, I want my money back! I want my candy bar!
That was pretty good. That was pretty spot on.
Fuck this movie. Like, I went in with pretty lowered expectations, alright? Like, and the movie was so much worse than what I thought it would have been.
Was it as bad as The Darkness?
Obviously not, but like, I think this movie pisses me off more with how bad it is.
Why?
Because, I mean, a movie like The Darkness, I think we both kind of knew going into it, it was just going to be utter shit. And we were just like, okay, let's just get through this. I mean, this movie, like, don't get me wrong, I didn't have any hopes for it. But this was easily the worst one of the three. It was literally just a combination of the first, which was a stupid home invasion, and the second one, which was a shitty representation of society going through the Purge. It was both of those shitty elements crammed into one fucking awful movie.
Damn.
I should have seen all the signs. Like, there were signs that this was, I should have just scrapped this and saw a different movie.
Free State of Jones, right?
Whatever, I don't care. Like, the first thing I want, all the signs, the first thing I see is a fucking promo for the Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
This is the first thing I look at when I come in here.
Are you excited to see the Ghostbusters?
It's a sign, Tarek. It's a sign.
Well, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see, won't we? We'll spin.
Shut up. And the second sign, and like, they try and like give me a ticket for a better movie, and I'm like, no, I have to see The Purge. Like, they even gave him a ticket for, what was it, Finding Dory?
Yeah.
God! And then, like, even they're like, oh yeah, you wanted to see a horror movie. You wanted to see The Conjuring 2, right? I'm like,
You know, he rung us up for Finding Dory, but like for me, he's like, oh wait, no, you wanted The Conjuring 2. And I'm like, oh, all these better movies than Tarek show him. He bought a Finding Dory ticket because he wanted us to see a better movie. It's a sign.
Let's go see The Purge.
Shut up.
it's a sign, Tarek, it's a sign!
Well, do you really think The Conjuring 2 is better?
I haven't seen The Conjuring 2, but I've heard good things about The Conjuring 2, and this movie is a pile of shit! Tarek.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I had no enjoyment in this movie.
I had some enjoyment.
Don't get me wrong. It's a comedy. It's a fucking comedy.
Like, especially in the intro, like, what song was playing? We got the funk. We got the funk.
The only reason I, like, wanted to see this movie was for the fucking Mommy's Choice, which looked kind of cool, and I don't even think it's a minute long. It's, like, in the very beginning, and jack shit happens. Right then, I'm like, this is the fucking movie I'm gonna see.
This is the movie you're gonna see 18 years later.
Yeah, right then they cut 18 years later, as if nothing important ever happened in the 18 years after the Purge or whatever fucking shit. I'm so mad!
How long has this Purge been going on? Like
20 years, Tarek. Let's just talk about some of the plot in this movie.
Okay, so we got two kind of different plots of characters that meet together. First, there's the senator who has to hide in a house because apparently they changed the rules for this Purge where, like, anybody, there's no people that are off limits. You can kill anybody or do whatever you want. And then this guy, Frank Grillo, who was in the other Purge movie, has to protect her. And then we get this other story with this guy, I forgot his name, but he was in Forrest Gump and he played Bubba. And he has this deli shop and along with some other people, and they want to protect this deli shop.
These might be the shittiest side characters I've ever seen in a horror movie, because I don't care. This was supposed to be a horror movie, but it's a comedy.
And, like, action, too, I guess.
Yeah, and, Tarek and I looked at each other right when this happened, right when the credits start, plastered on the screen, produced by Michael Bay.
Right. That explains a lot.
Like, I didn't know Michael Bay had any involvement in this movie. I could not picture anything Michael Bay, like, touching his hands on it. You know, I didn't see any, close-up shot of Megan Fox's tummy that like, fucking Michael Bay can jack off to.
Like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
They're like underage women, and he like spends half the movie justifying how it's okay for her to be dating an older man. Romeo and Juliet laws, and I can't talk about this fucking movie! The senator, her entire motivation, because she was the one that lived in the Mommy's Choice, and that was spoiled in the trailer, which, okay, because, I mean, why wouldn't it be? The fucking thing is only a minute long, because it couldn't have been a cool moment, right? This movie couldn't have had anything for me. It couldn't have had anything! Her motivation is to stop the Purge, because it has to come to an end, and that's exactly what needs to happen with this fucking franchise! It needs to stop! Like, you guys have fucked this concept no more!
This has to be the last one, because in the end she survives, and, like, she's getting more and more votes.
No more. Because, no, they're trying to set it up for a sequel. I know they are. They're trying to have it to where the new founding fathers, whatever the fuck they want to call them, they want to have it to where they're going to, like, riot, and it's going to be like, the Purge disassembled or some bullshit like that. It's just, you're done. You are done with the Purge. You have squeezed out any sort of cash you can grab with it. It's done. This was fucking awful. This movie has nothing. Like, even the whole society was lame. Everyone's a fucking retard in this movie.
Yeah, like, I don't know why people go out in the streets during the Purge and, like, have normal, casual conversations, like, instead of looking out for other people that are... Or, like, when Joe was in that, like, underground base where it was safe, and he's like, I gotta go back to my daily shop.
Yeah, because apparently now there's insurance for the Purge.
I forgot about that. Yeah, apparently Purge insurance exists.
They were writing this fucking movie as they were filming it, because they had a month to make this movie. It's so retarded. And I really want my money back. I'm furious.
Just the lines in this movie, the acting.
The dialogue is so bad. Like, apparently the deli shop owner, he used to be a Crip. And so, he gives the Crip whistle, but then he's like, these are my Negroes, because he can't use the N-word even though he's a hardcore Crip. I mean, with an R rating, you know, we can't have the N word, you know, because that will offend everybody in a movie where, you know, for 12 hours, laws mean nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
It's fucking retarded. And he's like the most racist person in this movie, but he won't say the N word. Because he's like, we need to get out of here. There's a bunch of Negroes around us, and we're just a big bucket of fried chicken. It's so retarded. I can't talk about this movie. I can't.
I love black people, but I gotta protect these white folks.
Just shut up. I can't. I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10?
4 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 5.
Okay. I can't even touch your hand. Fuck you, Terry. With a consistency of 4.5 out of 10, this movie is a shit sandwich. Being generous, and I'm fucking done talking about this movie. Good night.
Okay, so there were a few things we did kind of forget to talk about.
I'm fucking done talking about this movie.
Like, there was another senator that was, like, completely pro-Purge and wanted to...
Go ahead.
That wanted, everything to purge. I mean, hey, like I said before, you get to see the BFG.
I don't care.
You don't care.
This movie was shit.
Well,
This movie is shit.
you will not have to see bad movies. Until Ghostbusters.
Fuck you! No!